Hello, everyone. I am Ben Klein, commish of the Hardcore Challenge and host of the podcast Hardcore Challenge Live. The NFL is a booming and growing worldwide sport spanning all the regions of the earth. Fantasy football has grown right beside it as its sibling. Its infancy stages were not just years ago, and it is already upwards of a $70 billion a year industry. And if you or someone you know is a football fan, chances are you or they are in a fantasy football league in one form or another. And if you are, you're most likely going to fall into one of the following categories. 1, you are in a league that is not very challenging with friends, family, or coworkers, just for fun, very small payout. You feel obligated to join because your aunt wants you to play, or your uncle wants you to play, your buddy in the cubicle wants you to play, so you got something to talk about when you're on break. You're in one of those leagues. 2, you are in a league that is not run very well and is terribly disorganized, but you feel the obligation to stay. They're buddies from college, or you feel an obligation of the group, so you stick around. You're in it. You're in it. You stay. It's your league. It's what you got. Or you were in the dreaded fantasy football league that half of the owners don't participate. They don't fill out their rosters every week. By the end of the season, only half the league's playing. Guys don't respond to trade offers. All of it falls on deaf ears half the time. You're in one of those leagues. Now, whether you fall into one of those categories or not, all fantasy football owners are typically looking for the same thing out of the league. They want every owner to participate, start to finish, in the league. They want a response when they send a trade offer. At least decline it. They want the level of competition to be high, and they want it to provide a challenge of their abilities and football knowledge. They want a league to be ran properly, to be fair, to be organized. And lastly, everyone wants to compete to win something worth winning besides just bragging rights. The Hardcore Challenge can offer you all of that and more. The Hardcore Challenge began in 2009 as a hybrid league developed from 2 former leagues merged together that I had managed. In 2010, the league grew from 12 owners to its current 20 owner format. And in our next season, in 2017, the Hardcore Challenge will make its biggest move ever, moving to 32 owners. The new format will completely mirror the NFL format. We will have 2 16-team conferences, the AFC and the NFC. Those 16-team conferences will play 4-division format. The schedule will play just like the NFL, with every owner playing all division rivals twice. The playoff spots will remain the same. We will send 4 division champions and 2 wild cards per conference. In order to adjust the regular season, we will drop down to a 13-week regular season as opposed to the previous 14 weeks. The conference playoffs will occur in week 14, 15, and 16, with the 2 top seeds from both conferences receiving first-round byes. The 2 conference champs would then face off in a Week 17 Super Bowl that will be streamed live with special Super Bowl coverage on Hardcore Challenge Live. Buy-in is only $50 per owner. This is a non-profit league. I only do this for the love of the game. All payout goes back to the owners. First place league champion gets $1,000. Second place gets $500. So that means if you win your 16-team conference, you're getting $500. But you're also playing one more game against the other conference champion for the possibility to win $1,000. And that game, Super Bowl IX, playing for the Hardcore Cup, will be streamed live. Now, the champion, league champion, also gets an NFL.com custom championship ring that is made by the same company that makes the Super Bowl ring each year. Now that ring it comes customized. It says league champion on the top with an NFL logo, and the champion gets to customize the sides. Each owner also gets yearly ownership of the Hardcore Cup. That is what we cherish the most. Everybody wants to raise that high, have one opportunity to leave their mark upon it. The mark that you get to leave on the cup is of your choice. It is a small or medium edition of your choice that you add to the cup, leaving your mark upon it at the end of your reign, before it gets sent to the next owner that gets to raise it at the end of the season. Now, to start all owners off on an even playing field due to the restructure, all current owners for this season will not be keeping their customary 5 keepers going into the 2017 draft. We will, however, pick right back up with our 4 offensive keepers and our 1 defensive keeper for the following year in our 10th anniversary season in 2018. That will allow all owners to build their core for 2017 in the future in the 2017 draft, which is the biggest draft the Hardcore Challenge has ever had. Most of these owners have been carrying these players for years. They get to keep 5 keepers, 4 offensive and 1 defensive. Typically, they can keep more defensive, but you're only mandatory have to keep 1 defensive. It can be a defensive team, it can be a defensive individual player. But some of these guys have had these guys for upwards of 7 years. So this is huge. Everybody is going to get a chance to start off on the rebirth from the same starting block. Also, we will be having a live draft. The position of the current owners and how they finish this season will have no effect like it typically would on the following season. We will be doing a live draft with all 12 of our new owners, and everybody will get the opportunity to have the possible first number 1 pick in the biggest draft in the history of the Hardcore Challenge. Now, I would like to point out some special features our league has that others don't. Our league is governed by myself, the commish, and a league VP who is voted in yearly by the league owners. Both of us have full league privileges. Our league is a complete democracy. Any changes, rule changes, any problems, we go to the league, we get the input, me and the VP make final decision. The VP is voted in so that all owners have full representation about how this league is ran and how this league is governed. There's no Roger Goodell here, folks. Our league has been developed for years, weeding out all owners who did not fit our criteria. We have folks take applications through NFL.com. We have taken applications from guys' friends, but we make sure we got gamers. We're not adding dead weight. So if you're dead weight, we don't want you. We only want somebody who wants to play, who wants to compete. That's what we're looking for. Our league utilizes individual defensive players as well as team defenses. This is considerably different from most leagues. Both sides of the ball are represented in the Hardcore Challenge, as it should be. Defense can win games just like the offense can. And in the Hardcore Challenge, it comes courtesy by way of the Heron Rule by one of our former VPs. Now, the Hardcore Challenge also, one of its big features is we have 2 live interactive podcasts weekly. The Hardcore Challenge Live, that takes place on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, the Tuesday night show is a weekly recap going over the week that just ended on Monday Night Football, breaking down everything that happened from the last week. Then on Wednesday night, we unveil and break down our weekly game of the week. We highlight a game of the week every week in the Hardcore Challenge, feature it on Wednesday night, and break it down. And I issue a little prediction at the end about who I think is going to win. Then we put up a poll on the league page to let everybody else say who they think is going to win. Now, our league also has a secret Facebook page that only our owners can access. And you have to be sent an invitation to get into this league page. That's where we post all of our private league news. And that is also where the Hardcore Challenge Live is streamed. It's the only place you can get it. It's the only place you can watch it. Nobody in the group can even share the posts. It's the only place you get the action. Like I said, live draft lottery going into 2017. The biggest draft the Hardcore Challenge has ever had. Those are just a few of the items that set our leagues apart from others. It has been my goal since the beginning to create a league unlike any other, with a level of competition and a level of detail that is unsurpassed by any other league, to make owning your fantasy football team as close as you can possibly make it to owning an NFL franchise. And with the changes that we are putting in place next season, we are this close to accomplishing it, and we may pull it off. Now, we are giving you the opportunity to join a league like you have always wanted to be in. Our owners have been in the league a long time. When somebody joins our league, they don't leave. This is a great league. It is run the way you've always wanted a league to be run. It is competitive. It is challenging. There is something to win. There's banter. There's smack talk. There's everything you want in a fantasy football league. Plus, we got a live show twice a week. What more do you want? I can't think of anything else I would want out of a fantasy football league. So what I'm saying, these spots are on first come, first serve. We only had 12 spots that we were adding. 3 of those are already gone. Already gone. Only 9 left. They're on a first come, first serve basis. These spots may never be open again. Chances are, most of these guys that get in, they're not going to leave. One owner that came in this season had been waiting 3 years to get in. These spots don't come up. This could be your only chance. This is the rebirth, restructure of the Hardcore Challenge. We have big things planned for the 10th anniversary season in 2018, and you are getting the opportunity to get in the year before that happens. You don't even know what is coming up. We got big plans for the 10th anniversary season and the 10th anniversary draft and the 10th Super Bowl in 2018. You are getting the opportunity to get in now. Contact myself, the commish, 813-401-4942. Call or text. Send me an email, bdklein, Klein, bdklein, 81, Timmy Brown, at gmail.com. bdklein81 at gmail.com. So, do you think you got what it takes to compete at the highest level of fantasy football? The pinnacle of fantasy football? Do you think you got what it takes? Are you ready for the challenge? Good luck. Game on.